Aloha and welcome to this module on UI frameworks. It's the second week of our kind of design segment. Last week it was pretty elementary. This week we're going to take it from 0 to infinity. We're going to start using a UI framework called Semantic UI, and this is going to make it much easier to do much more complicated things. In fact, things you might not even attempt to do in HTML and CSS without extreme facility with those constructs. And Semantic UI is going to make it just blissfully easy to do that. But I'm not going to lie, there's a learning curve here. Okay, Semantic UI and in any of these frameworks, Twitter, Bootstrap, or Foundation, any of these guys, they take a while to learn. Semantic UI is no exception. So what I recommend is that you work every day on this module. I've given you kind of a lot to do this week so that you can fill up your week, and hopefully by the end of it you'll start to feel comfortable with this framework. Once you get the hang of it, it's not too big a deal, but until you get the hang of it, it can feel a little overwhelming. So I've tried to figure out a way to introduce you to it in kind of a gradual way. Only two outcomes: you're going to get to write about your experience, pro or con, and hopefully you'll be able to create usable, responsive, and attractively designed web pages. So I got a short screencast talking about user interface frameworks in general. Short screencast about how you find the color associated with a site. If it's part of an image, for example, that's a useful little thing to do. It just takes a couple of minutes. And then there's two readings about design or user interface aesthetics for non-creatives. Okay, a lot of you folks, you're programmers, you think you don't know, you can't design, and all your interfaces are going to be ugly and terrible. And I'm here to say, no. Okay, you don't have to be an art major to create designs that are modern and clean looking and aesthetically pleasing. All right, you can learn to do it. All right, it's not even that hard. So just think of this as learning any other skill, like learning JavaScript or learning multiprocessing or whatever. It's just yet another thing in your toolkit. So I've got three readings associated with that, and then the rest of it is really specific to Semantic UI. Okay, and this is kind of the first one, which goes through the bare bones of how you create a page in Semantic UI and setting it up in IntelliJ and previewing it and so forth. That's really important. I talk about this design pattern that you're going to see a lot, which is this color block style with the different sections that you should go through as well. And then we get to the experiences. The first thing here is that I want you to go through the Semantic UI course at Pluralsight, and that's about 3 to 4 hours. Okay, and so you want to get started on that immediately. I don't recommend you try to do it all in one sitting. Your eyes will glaze over in the videos. You won't pay attention. I'd say probably 3 sessions of an hour or so is probably the best way to assimilate it. So take a little break, and then we'll have other experiences. The first thing, you'll take your browser history from last time, and you'll reformat it to use Semantic UI, so it'll come out looking all beautiful like that. I'm sure you'll just super excited to have that happen. And then we'll have an experience where you'll take the website for Island Snow, local shop, and you'll re-implement it, or you'll implement a little mock-up of it using Semantic UI. So there's a little page I constructed. It doesn't have all the components of the actual home page, but it looks fairly similar, and it uses Semantic UI. So this is to help you guys see that the best way, or a great way to learn to do nice web designs, is to find a design out there, find a web page out there that you like, and then just pick it apart and re-implement something close to it using the toolkit that you have, which is Semantic UI. Okay, so having gone through that with Island Snow, the next experience is to go find a site that you like and rebuild a piece of it using Semantic UI. So you get that taste of going out there and finding something. And then we have of course, the reflection at the end, the technical essay. So that's the UI frameworks module. There's a lot of work this week, a lot of hours that you'll need to put into it. Not rocket science. It's mainly just kind of playing with the framework and starting to understand how it all works together. And I think once you do, you'll see that it's really a rather elegant framework and can enable you to implement pretty nice user interfaces pretty easily. So I'll see you soon.